My child, stop scrolling for a moment. I need your attention right now, because the very fact that you are here is not an accident. I see the weight you've been carrying in silence, the thoughts you don't say out loud, the pressure you feel when everyone thinks you're fine, but inside, you're fighting battles you never asked for. You wake up tired even after resting. You smile, but it doesn't reach your heart. You try to stay strong, yet something inside you feels worn down. And you've been asking quietly, why does it feel like I'm doing everything right, but life still feels heavy? Listen to me. This season you are in is not meant to break you. It is meant to realign you. You have been pouring out without being refilled. You have been giving strength without receiving rest. You have been holding on without letting me carry the weight with you. That is why your soul feels tired. You were never created to walk this road alone. I did not design you to survive by your own power. I designed you to live by my presence. You think your weakness means something is wrong with you. But I see something different. I see a heart that has been stretched. I see faith that has been tested. I see endurance that has been quietly forming even when you felt like giving up. And I need you to understand this truth. Feeling weak does not mean you are losing. It means you are standing at the edge of learning how to rely on me. There are things I want to release into your life that your old strength could not carry. That is why I am teaching you a deeper kind of trust. You've been asking me to remove the pressure, but I am inviting you to release control, because control has been exhausting you, and surrender will heal you. I know you're afraid that if you let go, everything will fall apart. But hear me, when you let go into my hands, nothing breaks. Everything finds its place. I am not disappointed in you. I am not distant from you. I am closer than you realize. Right now, in this exact moment, I am steadying your heart. You may not feel strong yet, but strength is being rebuilt in you. Quietly, gently, deeply. And as you listen to my voice, something inside you is already beginning to rest. Stay here with me. There is more your heart needs to hear. You've been trying to move forward while carrying wounds you never had time to heal. You learned how to survive before you learned how to rest. You learned how to be strong before you learned how to be still. And now your soul is asking for something deeper than motivation or encouragement. It's asking for truth. The truth is this: you've outgrown the season that taught you endurance. And growth always feels uncomfortable before it feels peaceful. That's why familiar things no longer satisfy you. That's why conversations feel empty. That's why distractions don't work anymore. That's why your heart keeps pulling you back to me. I am not taking anything from you. I am removing what no longer serves the future I am building in you. You've been wondering why certain doors closed without explanation, why people drifted away, why plans you prayed for didn't unfold. But I see what you could not see then. Some doors had to close so your identity wouldn't shrink to fit them. Some connections had to loosen so your purpose wouldn't be compromised. Some delays had to happen so you wouldn't arrive unprepared. I was protecting you, even when it felt like loss. You call it confusion. I call it transition. You call it delay. I call it alignment. You call it weakness. I call it refinement. And in this refining season, I am teaching you something sacred. You are allowed to rest without falling behind. You are allowed to pause without losing progress. You are allowed to breathe without explaining yourself. I am not rushing you. I am not measuring your worth by speed. I am shaping you for longevity, not burnout. The reason your heart feels sensitive lately is because I am softening it again, not to make you fragile, but to make you receptive. A hardened heart survives. A softened heart hears me, and I need you hearing me clearly for what is coming next. Because the next chapter of your life will require discernment, not desperation. Peace, not pressure. Trust, not fear. That is why I am quieting the noise around you. That is why I am pulling you closer. That is why distractions are losing their grip. I am teaching you how to recognize my voice above every other voice. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. You are not running out of time. You are being prepared. And even now, as you listen, your spirit is being strengthened in ways you cannot yet see. Stay with me. I know there are moments when you question yourself in silence. You replay conversations. You second-guess decisions. You wonder if you waited too long, or trusted too much, or gave more than you should have. But hear me clearly. Your heart was never the mistake. Your compassion was never the weakness. Your patience was never foolish. Your faith was never wasted. The world teaches you to protect yourself by becoming colder. I teach you to protect yourself by becoming rooted. Rooted in truth. Rooted in identity. Rooted in me. You don't need to harden your heart to survive what's ahead. You need to anchor it, because storms don't uproot what is deeply planted. That's why I've been slowing you down. That's why I've been calling you inward. That's why solitude has found you. Not to isolate you, but to establish you. There are layers of you that only emerge in stillness. There are fears that only surface when distractions fade. And there is healing that only happens when you stop running. I've watched you carry pain with grace no one noticed. I've seen you hold back tears so others wouldn't feel uncomfortable. I've counted every night you lay awake, asking me questions you were afraid to ask out loud. You were never alone in those moments. I was there, listening, not judging, not disappointed, patient. You thought your silence meant distance, but it was intimacy. You were learning to sit with me without needing answers right away. And that matters more than you know, because the life you're stepping into will require emotional maturity. It will require clarity. It will require a calm confidence that doesn't need validation. I am shaping you into someone who doesn't react to everything, who doesn't chase approval, who doesn't panic when plans change. Someone grounded, someone steady, someone led by peace. That is why your reactions are changing. That is why you feel less drawn to explain yourself to everyone. That is why your boundaries feel stronger. This isn't you becoming distant. This is you becoming whole. And as you become whole, you will stop begging for what aligns. You will stop chasing what is meant to find you. You will stop settling for less than what I have promised. Trust the process you are in. It is not random. I am closer than you think. You don't see it yet, but something inside you has already shifted. The way you think, the way you respond, the way you no longer chase what once controlled your emotions. That is not coincidence. That is growth. There was a time when every delay frustrated you, when unanswered prayers made you doubt yourself, when silence felt like rejection. But now, you are learning something deeper. You are learning how to wait without anxiety, how to trust without forcing, how to move forward without fear controlling your steps. That did not come from comfort. That came from endurance. I allowed you to walk through moments where you had to choose faith without clarity, where obedience felt costly, where letting go felt painful, not because I wanted to test you, but because I wanted to strengthen you. You are becoming someone who doesn't fall apart when plans change, someone who doesn't collapse under pressure, someone who knows where their strength comes from. And that strength is me. I know you've been tempted to rush ahead, to fix things yourself, to settle just to avoid uncertainty. But hear me. What I am preparing for you cannot be rushed. If it arrived too early, it would overwhelm you. If it came before you were ready, you wouldn't be able to sustain it. So, I've been pacing your journey, protecting you from shortcuts that would have cost you peace. You may feel behind, but you are right on time. I have not forgotten the prayers you whispered when no one was watching. I have not overlooked the sacrifices you made quietly. I have not ignored the tears you wiped away and never spoke about. Every step has been seen. Every moment has been counted. You are not being delayed. You are being prepared. And soon, what once confused you will make sense. What once hurt you will strengthen you. What once tested your faith will become part of your testimony. Stay with me. You are closer than you realize. My child, I need you to understand something clearly now. The reason your heart has felt heavier lately is not because you are weak. It is because you are carrying more purpose than before. As your calling grows, your sensitivity increases. As your future expands, your awareness deepens. You are no longer who you used to be, and that is why old patterns no longer satisfy you. Old distractions no longer bring peace. Old habits no longer fit. That discomfort you feel is not loss. It is separation. I am separating you from what once held you back, even if it felt familiar, even if it felt safe. There were connections I had to loosen. There were doors I had to close. There were routines I had to interrupt. Not to take from you, but to make room. You asked me to lead you. You asked me to change you. You asked me to use your life for something meaningful. And now I am answering. That is why some days feel quiet. That is why you feel less understood. That is why you are learning to stand alone at times. But you are not alone. I am teaching you how to hear my voice without noise around you. How to trust me without needing validation. How to move forward without applause. This season is shaping your character more than your circumstances. You are learning patience that doesn't panic, faith that doesn't need proof, strength that doesn't shout. And soon, you will thank me for not allowing everything you wanted, because what I am giving you will be better than what you imagined. Do not rush this process. Do not doubt this timing. Do not underestimate what is happening within you. You are being prepared for stability, for responsibility, for impact. And when the moment comes, you will be ready to receive it without fear. Stay steady. Stay close to me. I am guiding every step. There will be moments ahead when you feel the urge to look back at who you used to be, at what you left behind, at the comfort of familiar things. But I need you to remember this. You did not walk away for nothing. You left because your spirit knew that staying would have cost you your growth. You left because remaining the same would have slowly silenced the purpose inside you. It wasn't easy. It required courage you didn't know you had. It required faith you hadn't fully developed yet. And still, you chose to move forward. That decision matters more than you realize. I have been building resilience inside you through moments where you had no one to lean on but me. I have been strengthening your discernment through situations that forced you to see clearly. I have been refining your trust by allowing you to depend on me alone. That is why your confidence feels different now. It's quieter. It's steadier. It's not based on approval or outcomes. It's rooted, and what is rooted cannot be easily shaken. You may still feel uncertain at times. You may still have questions, but fear no longer controls your direction. That is growth. The version of you that doubted every step is being replaced by someone who walks with intention. You are learning how to move forward even when the path isn't fully visible. And I am pleased with that, because the future I am leading you into will require courage that doesn't depend on reassurance. You are becoming someone who trusts my presence more than their own understanding. And that trust will carry you farther than talent or effort ever could. Keep going. Do not slow down. What lies ahead is aligned with who you are becoming, my child. There is something else I need you to see now. The calm you are slowly stepping into did not come from everything becoming easier. It came from you learning where to place your trust. Before, uncertainty made you restless. Silence made you anxious. Waiting felt unbearable. But now, even when answers don't arrive immediately, your spirit does not collapse. That is not because you stopped caring. It is because you started believing. You are beginning to understand that my presence is not proven by speed, but by consistency. I have been steady with you even when life felt unstable. I have remained faithful even when your emotions fluctuated. And that faithfulness is teaching you how to remain grounded in seasons that once shook you. There will still be challenges. There will still be moments when you wish things moved faster, but you are no longer driven by fear of missing out. You are no longer pressured to become someone you are not. You are no longer comparing your journey to paths that were never meant for you. You are learning contentment without complacency, peace without passivity. That balance is rare, and it is powerful. I am preparing you to carry blessings without losing humility, to walk in success without losing sensitivity, to lead without forgetting where your strength comes from. You will soon be trusted with more, not because you asked loudly, but because you learned quietly. What I am placing in your life will not overwhelm you because your foundation is stronger now. You are not rushing anymore. You are ready. And when the moment arrives, you will recognize it, not by noise or urgency, but by peace. Stay close to me. I am still guiding you, step by step. Now listen carefully, my child, because this is where many hearts become uncertain. There will come a moment when what I place before you looks smaller than what you imagined, quieter than what you expected, less dramatic than what you prayed for, and you will be tempted to think, is this really it? But hear me. What I give you first is not meant to impress you. It is meant to anchor you. I do not begin with crowds. I begin with faithfulness. I do not start with visibility. I start with responsibility. The early stages of what I am building in your life will test your patience, not your ability. You will be asked to show up without applause, to commit without recognition, to serve without immediate reward. And this is not punishment, it is preparation. Because anything that begins with pride will collapse under pressure. But what begins with humility will stand when storms come. I am teaching you how to steward what you receive before I increase it. The discipline you are learning now will protect you later. The consistency you are developing will sustain you longer than excitement ever could. You may not feel celebrated yet, but you are being trusted. And trust from me is more valuable than approval from people. Do not despise small beginnings. They are not delays, they are foundations. You are exactly where you need to be to grow into what you are meant to become. Stay faithful here. What comes next will come at the right time. My child, I also need you to understand this. Not everyone will recognize the changes happening inside you. Some will still see you through the lens of who you were, and that may hurt. You may feel misunderstood. You may feel unseen. You may feel like your growth is going unnoticed. But hear me clearly. I see it. I see the restraint you now carry where you once reacted. I see the wisdom you choose where you once rushed. I see the strength you hold where you once broke. People may not applaud your maturity, but heaven honors it. You are learning how to walk forward without needing everyone's agreement. How to remain kind without being easily influenced. How to protect your peace without closing your heart. That balance did not come naturally. It was developed through trial, and those trials were not wasted. There will be moments when you feel tempted to explain yourself, to prove your intentions, to defend your growth. But you do not need to. Your life will speak without you saying a word. The consistency you maintain will answer questions you never have to respond to. And in time, those who doubted your change will recognize it not through your words, but through your steadiness. Do not shrink yourself to be understood. Do not dim what I am shaping to make others comfortable. You are becoming someone who walks with quiet authority. Not loud confidence, but deep certainty. And that kind of presence cannot be ignored forever. Stay focused. You are walking in alignment, even if not everyone sees it yet. My child, there will soon come a season when the lessons you are learning now will begin to make sense all at once. You will recognize why patience was necessary, why certain prayers were answered slowly, why some doors stayed closed longer than you expected. It was never about withholding from you. It was about positioning you. I was aligning your heart before aligning your circumstances, because what you carry within you will always shape how you handle what comes around you. You are learning how to remain steady, even when outcomes are uncertain. How to trust my guidance without demanding control. That posture will protect you in moments of increase. There are blessings ahead that would have overwhelmed the version of you from earlier seasons. But they will not overwhelm you now, because now you know how to pause. You know how to listen. You know how to respond instead of react. That wisdom will keep you grounded when opportunities increase. It will help you discern what aligns with your purpose and what only distracts. I am not leading you into chaos. I am leading you into clarity. You will soon notice that decisions feel easier. That confusion loses its grip. That peace becomes your default. That is the result of walking with me instead of ahead of me. Do not underestimate the power of the season you are in now. It is shaping how you will handle everything that comes next. And when the next chapter opens, you will step into it, not with fear, but with confidence rooted in trust. Keep your eyes on me. You are being guided with intention. And as you continue forward, remember this truth. You are not walking alone. Every step you take is seen. Every quiet prayer is heard. Every moment of trust matters. If this message spoke to your heart, let it remind you that you are deeply known and lovingly guided. Take a moment to pause and respond with gratitude. Like this message as a sign of faith. Comment "Amen" or share what resonated with you so others can be encouraged too. Share this message with someone who may need reassurance today. And subscribe so you don't miss the next word meant to strengthen your spirit. Stay close. Stay listening. Stay trusting. Because what is coming next is being prepared with care. And you are being prepared for it too. I am with you, always.